Hi guys, I'm Erica.
And I'm Shay.
And this is Deal With It Revision Tips.
Deal with it.
So basically this is just a revision video about revision, obviously. And yeah, revision is a very current topic in our lives right now. We're students, obviously.
January exams are approaching.
Yeah, and
very fast.
I'm not very happy about that, but you know, we have to deal with it. And yeah, revision is something of life, really. You'll encounter it in education, in the workforce, at home. Yeah, so my revision strategies, basically I prioritise what exams I have coming up and which ones are coming up first, and sort out which ones to revise for earlier than others, obviously. So I get all the needed materials that, to help me ensure with my revision, and then I make sure I've eaten, because you know no one likes to revise on an empty stomach.
No.
And I listen to music. They say that you should listen to classical music, but we don't do that over here. We listen to, you know, 2 Chainz, hip hop, R&B, all of that kind of stuff, all that good stuff. And then like just get my headphones in and zone out and start my revision.
Revision tips. I check when my exams are coming first and which one to prioritise, and then I get myself comfortable. And then I get everything I need, all my revision materials, like my laptop. I don't really like writing, so I don't really get pens. But I get all my books, and I collect all my books.
You don't have a pen in your bag, do you?
Nope, I don't carry pens.
It's
I don't like my handwriting. It's not nice. So what's the point of making notes if I'm not going to read it? So yeah, I use my laptop to make notes because I find it easier to remember and easier to read, and like, I can always refer back to it. And I lose paper quite a lot. And I get all the books I need in September, so I always have my books, and I just always renew it. So
You're
no one
one
else.
of them people.
Yep, I'm one of those people. No one else ever get my book. And
when
I
you
hate
need
people.
books and they're not there, it's her. It's her.
And I hate people who record my books because I have it. So why do you want it? Yeah. What else do I do? And I make myself comfortable in my surroundings. I can't work with shoes on, even if I come to the library. I always bring socks. So I can always take off my shoes.
She'll literally take off her shoes.
I can't work with shoes on. And then what else do I do? And I like having noise in the background. I either like having the telly on, or like Erica said, I like listening to music, hip hop preferably. Some, you know, 2 Chainz, Kanye West, Jay-Z, all of that good stuff. And then so yeah, and I always have to have some munchies, and I can't work on an empty stomach. I always got to eat, and I've just got to know when my next meal is coming and all stuff like that. So tip number one, I would say, is keep a clear mind and get into a revision mode where you're focused and you don't have a lot of things on your mind. So then in that time you can like get all your materials, like handouts, maybe PowerPoint, your seminar notes, things like that, and it can just help you focus. And you know, whether you need highlighters and things like that, just get focused, you know, have your little office ready, your little revision space, and yeah, that's what I've got. Tip 2, I would say, would be organise your time.
Definitely.
What me and Erica do, we check which exams come in first and we prioritise that. So if you know your first exam is going to be a week between your next one, just don't revise the first one first and say after that I'll revise the other one. Try and like, you know, try to start revising maybe a month before, and that month before try to fit in maybe all your exams. So maybe you spend 2 days revising one exam, and you spend the next 2 days revising the other one, and the next 2 days revising the other one. It's because I find myself in the habit of revising my first one first, but then after doing that for 4 days I got a bit bored of reading English books and looking at English critics. So I thought, why don't I just revise all of it before the exam, so I have a general knowledge and things that are to come. So
it would be to go over past papers, to look at past papers. I find that past papers give you a look of what you can, an insight to what could come up in the next paper. Like they give you different questions, and like with sociology there's like certain sections, and within those certain sections certain sociologists would come up. So for section A I would know maybe Weber, Marx and Durkheim would come up, so definitely I would revise those 3 for that section. And also past papers give you like they help you in like writing your knowledge down, because you may have all the knowledge and all the answers in your head, but you may not know how to put it on the table, how to like write it, how to like structure it in a question. So they help you do that also. So yeah, past papers is definitely a good one.
Tip 4 would be try not to cram everything into one. With the courses me and Erica both do, it's better to look at specific, maybe like 1 or 2 sociologists that maybe not 1 or 2, that's a bit small, but maybe 1, 2, 3 sociologists that have something to say on that point.
Yeah.
With mine, which I study American studies, so it's very history based and very English literature based. So I try not to, if I'm looking at English critics or looking at historians that have criticised something, I try not to maybe look at every single criticism. I try to maybe focus on 1 or 2 criticisms. So I keep that concise and keep that knowledge concise. Although I'm trying to get a wider range of knowledge, I'm not trying to go too wide, which makes my answer too vague. I'm trying to go wide enough that I understand the argument, but also that I remember the argument that I'm trying to put down on paper. So
do not do these.
No.
Do not do these.
Okay.
Yeah. Revision. Okay. Number 1, revision. No. Don't go to the library with your friends. Go to the library with me. I get my work done. No, but seriously, do not go to the library with your friends.
It's a really bad idea.
It's a ridiculous idea.
We do it all the time, but it's not as effective.
It's really not a good idea. Like, you just get distracted. You spend like 5 hours in the library and you haven't done any substantial work whatsoever.
Idea to go to the library by yourself, find a secluded place, and revision. No. Do not revise on an empty stomach. Do not revise hungry, because you will always be thinking about food. Always think about when your next meal is coming. I've done this several times and I've just not done anything. It's been disastrous.
Just end up writing about food. I remember I did that once.
Wait.
I started writing about the food I wanted.
Started writing about food that you wanted.
I was like writing like notes and stuff, and I was just like bacon, and I was
you wrote bacon.
I wrote bacon. It was terrible. Just don't revise.
That's a good example.
Stomach.
Do not revise on an empty stomach.
Don't revise when you're tired, because it just doesn't work. Like, you end up not writing anything or not learning anything. It'll be going in one ear and out the other. Like, no knowledge is retained, and you'll just be thinking, I want my bed.
Take breaks as well as don't revise when you're tired. Like, fair enough, you want to get everything in, but it gets to a certain point that your brain's taken so much in that no more will go in. Do take breaks. So if you're working for 2 hours, even if you're in the library, take a 10-minute break to walk around, look for someone to talk to.
Go get some water, get hydrated and all that kind of stuff.
But on top of that break, don't make it too long. Come back to your revision.
Don't forget it.
So we hope that you have enjoyed this Deal With It session on revision. So we hope that it may not apply to everyone, it may not help everyone, but we do hope that we have gotten across what we do and what we can help you do. And
if you have anything to say or any revision tips of your own that we might find useful, comment below
and help everyone.
Let us know.
Help
everybody.
Help me.
You know. So. And yeah, guys. So deal with it and get cracking with that revision.
Deal with it.